Give us a Joniak's journal
Recap.
on the whole day, on everything that happened from like 7 in the morning through now.
Are you hungry, by the way?
You heard my
Oh
stomach
my
again.
gosh! These guys. What are you eating in front of me?
Candy.
Did you steal somebody's?
I did.
You did. I know where those came
time for
from.
me to
Of course you
I
did.
know where those came
I'm
from.
not going to lie to you.
They came from the green room at
committed
Hallis Hall.
I'm committed a crime, and I'm copying to it.
You just
Yeah.
eyeballing me with it. No, news of the day, running back coach David Walker, no longer a part of the coaching staff. An internal decision based on activity that was brought to human resources. So Omar Young is now the running backs coach. He's been here the whole time under Eberflus, a well-respected guy. Players like him a lot. Wide receivers and passing game was his mode of operation here before the running back situation. So, and then the arrival of Montez Sweat comes aboard. Literally walked off the street to the podium in a winter coat. Had no idea what his number is. It will be number 98. Played number 90 in Washington, and just trying to get a lay of the land. And he expects to play. He'll play. You can play pass rusher. You can, just like running backs. I think you can hand him the ball, go hit that hole, go get that quarterback.
Yeah.
So I expect him to be on the field, and I expect an upgrade for the defensive line. I know he was peppered with questions about a contract, how he felt about leaving Washington. Anytime a player, and I over the years, I have kind of dismissed this part of it, but I do feel for these guys. And I didn't get to interview him today. I was supposed to. It didn't happen. But
Got here late.
yeah. But, they're uprooted. Now, I don't know if the man has a family or whatever, but, you're expected to get on your new job right away. It's like being drafted, but that you're prepared for. You know where you're going to go. But, you got to get your things in order. You got to figure things out, but they want you to be successful on Sunday and go get the quarterback. So you got to get all that lined up, and so who knows how long that'll take for him to get all lined up. But I'm excited to have him here. I've long been a fan of this player, and I know I'm one of those guys that gets suckered into combine numbers.
Yeah.
But that was
Outrageous.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's better than saying ridiculous. It was outrageous.
Outrageous.
Nobody does that. It hasn't happened since or before.
Set a record for his time for a defensive end, right?
Now, that doesn't make you a great pass rusher, but he was 270 pounds, 260 pounds, running a 4.4 and he 39-inch vertical. He's got long, 84-inch wingspan. Crazy. And I went back and watched a ton of his tape here in the last 24 hours. And we talk about the pass rush, and he's had over 30 sacks in his career and whatnot. But he's a really good run stopper.
He is. You know me. I like to hug and I like to play grab ass a little bit with you and laugh and giggle.
Yeah.
But I do want to ask you, like, the situation now. 2 coaches have been dismissed for non-football issues. I love this franchise. I know you love this franchise. What is it? I mean, what is the meaning of all this? What does it say? How do you feel, Jeff Joniak, feel about this?
I mean, I'm annoyed for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a good look. The day's not going to go well. I mean, people are going to be wondering what's going on behind closed doors and all that. But the answer, though, is swift, and that's okay. Move on. Mistakes were made, whatever they may be. I have no clue. But Eberflus, and in concert with Ryan Poles and Kevin Warren and George McCaskey, don't tolerate it, because we all know stuff happens in every coaching staff around the league, but you don't find out about it till years later that somebody was,
doing something wrong.
Yeah, doing something wrong. So, hey, they're not tolerating it here. So I find that refreshing, actually, and we're not just going to protect our buddies, so to speak, when guys are brought in. Not every coach that comes in is a friend of the coach. But we do know there's a lot of brother-in-law going on in the NFL, and guys come in, and I think it's one of the worst things you do, keep hiring friends. You got to hire good coaches. So in this case, it's put to bed. We move on, and hopefully nothing like that happens again the rest of this season. So that's my answer to that.
Okay.
We were getting worried because we thought for sure that it would just be common sense that you wouldn't trade for Montez Sweat without having some sort of a parameter in place for a contract extension, because we knew this wouldn't be a rental. You're growing. This is an add into the future. And then there were some things written this morning that were like, oh no, have they really not discussed this stuff? Ryan Poles dismissed all that, saying that he expects a deal to be done, and he was confident that it could be done soon, correct?
Yeah, he did say that. So that's good news. I mean, things are happening fast, though, on these trades with the dwindling. I mean, he said he wasn't available, then all of a sudden he was, and there were other teams involved. Now, I believe Courtney indicated it might have been Atlanta.
Yes.
So
I've read that. Yeah.
So that's a so hey, you got to act, and so you got to go. You got to go with your instincts, and you can't just start creating columns of decisions that are good or bad and start grading a guy while he's in the midst of his job. I know it happens. People do it. But whatever happened a year ago, you got to trust your instincts. And if you have to take another bite of the apple, you do it. Don't be afraid to do it because it didn't work last year with Claypool. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is a different situation, different kind of player. Got plenty of texts from scouts out there and people who've worked with him. Hey, this guy's a real deal. He's a hard-working guy. He's going to show up every day and do his job. And so I'm excited about it, and it makes the whole line. It makes the whole line better. People are going to slot. And they got it. Yeah, they'll sign him. Hopefully.
And I think you can have two prevailing thoughts. I think you can like Montez Sweat and say the Bears are better with him, and you like him at House Hall. But I also don't like a rebuilding team that for 2 years in a row, not that Chase Claypool didn't work out, that you're just getting rid of premium second-round picks. Because, Jeff, my philosophy has always been you build through the draft.
And I'm right there with you. You and I are twins on that.
I don't like that.
But, as also, the failure rate of second-round picks is not as bad as the failure rate of a top 10 or a top 15
But if you're going to fail with picks, you're going to fail. You're going to fail building a championship team. Then
right.
So like anyone who says to me, "Well, Sylvie, it's a failure rate," and well, if you're going to fail on those picks, you're not going to build a championship team.
Yeah, but you should know quicker than you will with a second-round pick. Hopefully, if this guy's going to be a big part of your Super Bowl future, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's many ways to look at it, but I'm. Listen, this is the defensive line right now, sacking the quarterback, not stopping the run.
They need it. Yeah.
They need something right now. Like it's affecting the evaluation of the entire back seven. You don't really know. And Jaylon Johnson should be grinning from ear to ear this afternoon.
I would think so. It makes his job easier.
Right.
Would you want to be back there covering guys for 5 seconds? Dion can't cover guys for 5 seconds.
Exactly. So I'm excited to see. I just finished my podcast with Tom. Just excited to see Jaylon and the rest of those guys with a guy who is going to grab attention. All right, so you put Sweat in there, and you're trusting you're getting the same player, and maybe he'll even be better. But now he played on a defensive line. They're all first-round picks,
right.
And so boy, that. Again, who's doubling somebody on the defense right now?
Nobody. He's going to get triple teamed, by the way. So he's going to get used to life with 5 guys in his face.
Other guys better start, getting there.
Can we get these 2 young rookies in the rotation more frequently?
Yeah, I would like to see it too. I brought that up, I think, last week. Yeah, I would like to see that.
With no disrespect meant to Billings and Jones and others.
No, yeah.
Like, this is a 2-6 team.
Get him seasoned.
Yes.
Get him seasoned, for sure. But Billings has been very good. Very good. Justin Jones is a try-hard guy. He's disruptive. But then I don't know.
But we've got 10 sacks.
How many snaps they've been getting? I haven't really looked at that. It's probably 10, 15 a game.
Yeah, I mean,
so.
I'm just saying.
Keep him fresh, bring him in, roll
listen,
him in.
I don't know how to build a team like you 2 team builders. But just as an observer, I want to see these guys get some more snaps.
Yeah.
Nicest thing you've ever said about me.
Yeah. Us.
Team builder.
Us. We're team.
Yeah,
that's
team
right.
Who
knew?
He says nice things about you.
Oh, he does?
He doesn't say nice things.
Not
about
often. Not often.
What's not nice to say about me?
Well, I want to play you Jaylon Johnson.
Fade to black with your bank account if you're spending $850 for shoes.
Hey, I'm older than you. Old guys wearing nice shoes.
How old are you?
You know
how much.
What are you talking
Did you
about?
Just turn 58?
Oh, please.
60,
I wish.
60?
Keep going.
62?
No.
65.
61.
Well, I'll be 57 in February. It's not that much older.
Yes, it is.
Are you
Once
older
you
than
hit
that?
60,
Are you
no,
older
he's
than
older
that?
than me by a year. All right, Jaylon.
Jaylon Johnson. Let's play. Is this the stuff?
I keep looking at the watch. It's not moving.
Why are you looking at it?
Because
It's not working.
everybody who knows me for my entire career, because 15 and 45 or 16, I'm always looking.
Are you looking at your
the
watch because you want the hell out of here?
No, it's just a habit. Just I like you guys.
Hold on, it's 5:18. Let's get traffic and weather.
No, it's 2:30 according to Jeff.
Yes, it's always 2:30 in my world.
Oh, so this is Jaylon Johnson talking about how he thinks is this the one where he's the best corner in the league?
Yes.
All right, good, Charlie. Thank you. Let's hear it.
I would say yes and no. I feel like, for one, I played my best year that I played at the Bears, for one. Two, I feel like my impact is greater than it has been. And I mean, I feel like arguably, I feel like I'm the best corner in the game right now. So, I mean, just going off that and continue to play at a high level, that's not going to change. And I feel like for me, that only increases my value. And it just happens that you strike the iron while it's hot.
So if he thinks he's the best corner in the league, will him and the Bears ever come up with an agreement?
Hard to say. I don't know that.
Because they're not going to pay him as the best corner in the league, are they?
No.
I mean,
I don't believe they are.
What's that number? That's all I want to know. What's that number? Here. Let me just backtrack a little. I was worried when he asked for a trade because short of one, what's he coming back as? But getting to know him as I have, I fully anticipate this is water off a duck's back for him. He has supreme confidence, as you heard right
Jeff,
there.
he's got to play well
yes,
to
I know.
maximize
Hold on.
his
Yes,
value.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
If he goes in the tank,
Yeah.
or he comes up with an owie and doesn't play or whatever, that's all going to reflect. Believe me, these negotiators league-wide will hold every little snippet against you,
Yes.
including, hey, what are you doing buying the Ferragamos when you don't have a pot to piss in, right?
That's right.
I mean, come on.
That's an old school term right there.
Right.
My dad used to say that.
I hope I could say that on radio. I don't even know. See, you guys are making me
with it.
feeling too comfortable.
Going with it.
But I loved his answer. I want a guy who thinks he's great and play like, with Sweat being here, maybe that makes it, like he said, the ball's going to bounce my way a little bit more. 3 interceptions in 47 games. Before last week, I think I brought it up on Joniak's Journal, or I don't know. I do so many things now I don't remember, but I went up and looked again what his catch rate allowance is. It's 52%.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
He's a heck of a player.
He is a heck of a player, and you got to have tough corners on this team. I don't care what defense you run, frankly. You got to have tough corners that are willing to stick their nose in there and tackle. Some guys will make business decisions, and they'll kind of catch you and throw you down. He puts his nose in there. Tyreek Stevenson definitely puts his nose in there. And also, if the Bears are gonna pay him or even come up or whatever, wherever they meet, if they meet, the little things matter too. It's not just about his statistics. It's you got a young secondary learning from you, watching you. All these guys are watching you. Tyreek,
Is he well respected in that locker room?
yes, but you got to stay that way now because there's been other guys that have been through here. They're locker room lawyers. They're this, they're that, and everybody watches. I mean, you're trying to build this thing still. You got to set the standard as well as a leader and a guy that's going to deserve that. Just because you think you deserve it doesn't mean you're going to get it if you don't check every single little box, and it means off the field, in the building, on the field as well.
Addition to all of the stuff we've just talked about, there is a game on Sunday. I know you know that, where the Bears are traveling to New Orleans to face a good Saints defense.
Yeah, they are good.
Were you surprised that Flus told us on Monday, like we were surprised that he came out and said that Tyson was going to be the starter on Monday? He told us that. So, A, was that surprising to you? And, B, how did you feel Tyson handled the Chargers game on Sunday?
Okay, I didn't think anything of it, so he's not ready to go. Still, he start gripping a football properly, and he's not going to give you every
But he
detail.
likes to hide a lot of that info.
Yeah, but the last 2 weeks he's kind of been
Okay.
pretty open about it. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Take away the big screen, and, it's a rookie quarterback
Yeah.
here. So, I thought, again, he completed 20 or more passes again, second straight day. I thought he was efficient. I thought the running game was missing. due in part to trailing, obviously, but I wanted that run game to be really nasty, and I want it that way in New Orleans. You got to take the crowd out too. Nothing better than doing that. Rushing games travel, so that'll help them quite a bit. Just got to, as he said again today, you got to protect the football, but nothing that I was like wringing my hands over with.
I watched
Tyson
it a second
Bagent.
time, and I got to be honest with you. It was better than I thought it
Yeah.
was going to be. The
Yeah.
first half, the interception, obviously, I sound like Wani now, other than the interception.
jeez.
Right.
But the interception was really, to me, the only check against him in the entire first half. Second half, there was 4 or 5 plays, I think, that he probably wishes that he had done some things differently. But
And
all
that's
things,
going to happen.
Yeah, I
he's
guess our conclusion was it wasn't the worst performance in the world. You know, I mean, for a rookie quarterback.
Other
There
things
was-
failed the Bears.
Yeah, you got behind. Your
Yeah.
defense put you in a bind. You're not built to trail.
A couple
you know?
drops,
Yeah.
inopportune penalties.
Yeah. I'm not
the missed
telling
tackles.
you that he had all of the right
No.
answers to the test.
No.
But I don't think that
Do we
it was,
honestly think he's going to have all the right
No,
answers
he
to
should-
the test?
no, I mean, he shouldn't.
even if he plays the rest of the
Right.
season, I mean, it's
Which
growth.
rookie does, right?
Yeah, right.
By the way, we have a text message from
My mom?
a boss. Does your mom text?
No,
she is definitely joining this show
Yeah,
before the
can't
season.
she
Not
come
starts.
on?
happening.
Come on.
Yes.
no.
How about after
Continue.
a win?
Continue.
Come on.
And
Yeah,
our,
after-
boss,
That's
and
what I want for Christmas from
And-
you. I want your mom to join the show.
our boss received your expense report from Los Angeles and believes you put the new pair of
Yeah, right.
Ferragamo shoes in the expense report.
Guess
There's
what?
something for $8.95 in there.
Yeah, guess what? The next expense report will be the first one I filed because I have yet to do that.
Oh, wow. What's
I'm going
wrong
to get
with
my
you?
fanny smacked here, right?
Ever? You've never filed an expense report
For Good Karma brand, not
Okay.
yet.
Well, you're overdue.
I have to get on the case.
Yes, you do.
I got to download an app and all that. I got to
Yeah.
figure it out.
That's a
Let's
lot of
go.
money.
I know. It's especially the way I
You're
roll.
gonna be walking barefoot around here.
I'm going to do a little fishing, and I'm going to
Get out of here.
I'm going to put his stuff under my name. I'm going to start filing his
Hey,
him.
yeah, all of a sudden there's a receipt in my app. Just put it in there. I don't know where it came from, but here. No,
All right, anything
I mean, I
else?
can't believe how open you guys make me talk. I don't talk about this
This
stuff.
is right. Everyone's,
I mean, what the
people,
heck is going
I've
on?
known you for 25, 30 years, and people are finally now on the radio
Getting a real
starting
view.
to hear the real Jeff Joniak.
Can you get me one of these? Really? Seriously, I'll pay for it.
I'll talk
you
to
get-
Tony.
okay.
We'll talk to Tony.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
find out.
that
We're
is-
running
it
out
is-
of
it is a
Come
nice-
on,
it is a
oh,
nice
you
hoodie.
hook me up.
Exactly.
Two
So
of
that's
them.
where you got to go.
Two of them.
Two of
That's
them.
where you
Get
gotta
sell me
go.
one.
Yes, I love hoodies.
Mello, you interested?
Yeah, 3. Make it 3.
Yes, come on.
Jeff, you're the
Hey,
best.
wait, real quick.
Yeah, come on.
I don't mean to overstay my welcome.
No, you stay as long as you
No.
want.
What are your thoughts on Sunday? Because this is a tricky game.
Yes.
I
Forget
think
about
with
the
noise.
2-6 record and all that.
I think New
It's-
Orleans
it's-
is a tough
they're-
place
they're-
to play.
And they're scoring.
They play great defense.
You look at their roster.
Yeah.
Man, they got some talent, man.
And then
this
you
this
couldn't-
Rashid character.
And Kamara, the way he played,
Kamara's
could-
awesome.
like it's gonna be
Love
like
the
a,
way Kamara
a lot
plays.
like Eckler this last game.
Jeff,
Yes.
do you know the last time the Bears won a road game at the Superdome, aka Mercedes-Benz Dome?
I don't have that knowledge. And if
Cha-ching.
I said it, if I
Cha-ching.
read it, I would have
Ask
lost.
there.
Yes.
Cha-ching.
Not the Super Bowl.
No,
No.
Oh,
not that far
when you
back.
said ask there,
that would be-
7 years, 7
No.
games.
Close.
Yeah.
They
But
haven't-
it's years.
yeah, it happened back in 1991
Oh,
when
91.
Tom
Yeah.
Waddle was playing.
Congratulations.
Tom Thayer and I were out on that field. This is
Oh, I
the
thought you
best
were going to
part.
say Tom Thayer and I were out on the town.
No, well, he may have been. I was never out on the town at that point. I'm out on
Just
the town
after
all
the
time
game.
now.
So that was the
After
last
game.
time the Bears won in New Orleans.
Yeah, now they
Listen to Harbaugh's statistics.
We played like garbage for the first 58 minutes of
Hot
the game.
garbage.
Hot garbage. Saints were 7-0. They were the talk of
Dome Patrol era.
Pat Swilling,
Pat
Oh,
Swilling,
yeah.
Vaughn Johnson,
Ricky
Sam
Jackson,
Mills.
yes.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and Vic
Field mouse.
Fangio was their
Oh.
linebacker
Oh,
coach.
gosh.
Jim Harbaugh, 2 for 19 for 16 yards, 0
outta
touchdowns,
here.
and 2 interceptions with 2 minutes to go.
Are you kidding me?
Swear to God.
2 for 19
2 for
with
19.
2 minutes to go.
16
I don't recall
yards.
this. Oh,
16
and-
yards.
and
you
what
know
ha-
what we did?
what'd you
we
do?
marched that MFer right down the field, put it in the end zone,
And went home.
and beat them.
Flew
They were
home.
7-1 when we left that dome.
Can we play the highlight when we come back? Didn't you put
That
it in
is
last
crazy.
week or 2
Tyler
weeks
Are
did.
ago?
you kidding
Tyler
me?
did.
Find
I'm
that.
not lying. Thank
Wow.
God for Richard Dent and the defense because they were knocking Bobby Hebert around.
That's when he used to say to you, just hold him.
Just hold him. We'll be back to finish him. I was like, Rich,
Oh gosh.
we're the offense. He's
How'd
like, I know.
How'd I miss that one? That's a great story. That could be a whole documentary.
Yeah. We'll play that this weekend.
Coach Ditka was great afterwards, too. I'm tired of the talent. Bring me the luck. We were lucky.
That's what he said.
Oh,
Yeah.
something of that.
We have that in the system. We'll play you some of
That's
that.
fantastic.
All right,